As we document the National Bank of Rwanda's Gender Equality Seal Program journey, we reflect on the transformative steps taken. Embarking on the Gender Equality Seal Program journey is among the many initiatives that the bank took on in promoting gender equality within the financial sector. Initially confronted with hurdles such as a limited grasp of gender concepts, the absence of a comprehensive gender mainstreaming strategy aligned with Rwanda's Vision 2020 and 2050, the bank faced notable challenges. These included gender insensitivity within its communication strategies, an underrepresentation of women in leadership and specialized roles, insufficient work-life balance policies, and a lack of gender analysis and mainstreaming skills. Embarking on this journey, the National Bank of Rwanda set precedence as one of the pioneering public institutions to engage in the Gender Equality Seal Program. As the regulator of the financial sector, the bank is committed to embedding inclusivity at the core of its operations, aspiring to meet the highest standards of gender accountability through excellence.
Promoting gender equality is not just a matter of social justice, but a crucial pillar for sustainable and socio-economic development of any society. When women and girls have equal opportunities, they contribute fully and equally to the cause, leading to more innovative solutions, increased productivity, and stronger economies. As we all know, as Rwanda aspires to become a high-income country by the year 2050, the government has committed to mainstream gender in all national policies and strategies.
The National Bank of Rwanda has adopted a wide-ranging approach to increase financial inclusion for all citizens. This entails a particular focus on bridging the gender gap. When we look at the progress we have made in the last 10 years, we are happy that the difference between men and women who have access to financial services, being a bank account, mobile money wallet, or a saving group's account, has reduced from 11% to 5%. And how did we get there? I will mention 4 initiatives. The first initiative was using gender desegregated data. In 2016, as Central Bank, we began collecting and analyzing data by gender, including account ownership, access to credit and saving accounts, for instance. And this initiative has been critical to identify financial institutions which are successfully increasing women's access to financial services, and it allowed us to engage with those that have low gender diversity among their clientele. Our efforts in gender desegregated data collection and analysis have also laid the groundwork for developing gender-inclusive financial policies and guidelines. And the second pillar has been the promotion of gender diversity in decision-making bodies of our financial institutions, with regulations on corporate governance that are strictly enforced to make sure that at least 30% of members of board directors of executive committees in our financial institutions are women. And a testament to the success of this strategy is that now we have 6 women CEOs amongst 15 banks in our country, 5 women CEOs among 11 insurance companies, and then 4 women CEOs among 19 microfinance institutions. And these leaders have been instrumental in launching targeted strategy to enhance gender diversity within the financial sector, showcasing the importance of female representation in financial services to other women. The third initiative has been around consumer protection. In 2021, Rwanda enacted its first ever financial services consumer protection law. And this law includes a fundamental clause that prohibits and penalizes gender discrimination in finance, and this further reinforced our commitment to gender equality in financial services. And the fourth initiative has been the design of gender-inclusive finance policy initiatives, with the World Women's Banking and Oxford University Program for Leadership and Diversity for Regulators, we developed policy initiatives aimed at improving women's access to financial services. Among them, there's the digitalization of saving groups, but also the design of guidelines for financial institutions to develop and offer products that are tailored to the specific needs of women.
As a beneficiary of the Women World Banking Leadership and Diversity Training Program, I gained first mentorship from a female senior leader at the bank, and secondly, knowledge in women-centered policy design. As a result, we developed financial sector guidelines for women financial inclusion. The guidelines aim to share tools and practices that enable banks to prioritize the women's segment through women-centered product design and leveraging technology for service delivery and financial literacy. We believe that it is important that such supply-side actions, matched with demand-side initiatives like financial inclusion, education, can close the gender gap.
Indeed, research shows that despite a high rate of access to mobile phones by women, there's still a significant gender gap in the use of mobile money services. This is mainly due to a lack of understanding of mobile money services by women, but also cultural barriers that hinder women's financial autonomy. And to address these challenges, as Central Bank, we are collaborating with a variety of stakeholders, be it local government, the National Women Council, telecom companies, to launch awareness campaigns and provide educational material. Our goal is to dismantle gendered social norms and cultural barriers that hinder women's use of mobile money services. We also have as an objective to continue building trust in digital financial services. And the initial phase of that policy initiative focused on 2 districts with the highest rate of financial exclusion, that is Nyaruguru in the Southern Province, Nyamasheke in Western Province, where we're hoping to onboard and train 15,000 women who will start using mobile money services, and we'll make sure that it is a usage that's sustainable in time. And overall, in 4 years, we are targeting to reach all rural districts in Rwanda and have 340,000 women trained in use of digital financial services, but also onboarded to mobile money services. All these strategies and projects are driven by a dedicated Department for Financial Sector Development and Inclusion, which was created as part of the Central Bank's strategy to make sure that we have an independent unit that oversees financial inclusion initiatives. Building on these foundations, we are preparing to launch a new national financial inclusion strategy with the ambitious goal of reaching 100% financial inclusion rate for all Rwandans, and in 5 years to reduce to 0 the gender gap in access to financial services. And for that, financial education will be a critical component of our approach. Through these comprehensive and intentional strategies, the National Bank of Rwanda is unwavering in its commitment to close the gender gap in financial inclusion and to ensure equal access to financial services for women and men in Rwanda.
In line with the national agenda, the National Bank of Rwanda has also embarked on mainstreaming gender in all its policies, practices, as an institution as well as a regulator of the financial sector. So I'm proud to say that before the end of 2022, BNR had put in place a gender mainstreaming strategy that reinforced gender equality across BNR functions. The vision of this strategy is to achieve gender equality in economic and financial sector development. Starting from the workforce, historically, central banks have been male-dominated institutions with women being underrepresented. Unfortunately, NBR hasn't done much better in this aspect, as women make up only 32% of our staff numbers. To address this issue and the other issues of gender inequality, NBR is taking measures aimed at promoting gender equality and increasing women's representation in senior positions.
According to the provisions of BNR recruitment policy, the bank encourages female candidates to apply. Next to that, when two candidates tie on the same score, women candidates are given priority. A number of awards have been introduced to encourage women who inspire others, and this particular category is awards to women achievers. This comprises of the Wonder Woman, the We Woman, and the Work-Life Balance Woman. With the remote working policy, 3 months of virtual working was provided post-maternity to enable the mothers complete a full-time 6 months of breastfeeding. Once the mother is back to office after 6 months, a fully fledged facility for pumping and breast milk storage is available.
After the 3 months maternity leave, the extra 3 months I was able to work remotely and get to come to office 1 or 2 days per week, where I could interact with my colleagues, get guidance from a supervisor, and really now have that transition period where I can be a mother but also a professional mother. It was not overwhelming to me because I could do it on my pace, and it kind of helped me very much.
On the other hand, fathers are allowed a month of virtual working post-paternity leave to support the baby and the mother.
When I first learned about 1 month paternity leave, of course it was a mix of relief and a bit of uncertainty and happiness, of course. And the idea of having time off was significant for me, representing more than just a break, but it turned out to be a game-changing life, granting me the chance to actively participate in caring for our newborn, but also me being a support system to my partner. This period, of course, has allowed me to build stronger connections within our family, creating precious moments that, of course, have contributed to a profound sense of togetherness. But most importantly, it wasn't just a positive impact on my personal life, it also improved my work-life balance, demonstrating the importance of having time for my family alongside my professional responsibilities.
The bank has a partnership with 3 girls' schools, that is Fawe Girls, Lycée Notre Dame de Citeaux, Gashora Girls. This intended to assist the girls understand monetary policy. The next session, they will benefit mentoring and shadowing courtesy of the BNR Women Leadership.
The Gender Equality Seal Certification Program stands as a beacon of organizational transformation aimed at integrating gender mainstreaming across policies, programs, projects, and structures. The National Bank of Rwanda is committed to promoting gender equality to pave the way for a more inclusive and equitable future.